Guys, we're gonna take this thing out for a spin. I haven't finished putting everything together, but the majority of the problem was the headlight. I changed the oil, the drive, also added coolant. It's missing this plastic, so I ordered a headlight. Took forever to come here. It was $99, and it turns out this headlight, I guess it was a 2014. This is a 2013 PCX. It does not have these lights, but the one I ordered had like the bulbs here, bulbs there, bulbs here, here. Hey, look at this. It's got good pep. It's got good pep. The 150cc Hondas are the best engines that they have on a scooter. Scooters are kind of like a compromise. You get something too large like a T-Max and it's like a motorcycle, but this feels like a proper scooter. These things do get like 80-90 miles to the gallon. This is the 150. It's bigger than the Elite 110 that I had. The Elite 110 had very small wheels. This is large wheels like the SH, but it's got an underseat compartment. Looking around to see if there's any lights that are going to be popping up, because you just don't know. This is the first ride on it. I'm just getting my initial feel for it. It seems to turn very well. Suspension on it, it's something that scooters always seem to fail. The suspension's terrible on scooters. It's always been. The beauty of the 150, you know, if you're thinking about buying a scooter, just go ahead and get the 150s. I think that's the perfect sweet spot. If you get a 50, even though they're fun in a pit bike sort of way, if you live in an area like this, it's just simply too dangerous, because you're always holding traffic up. And when there's traffic that's extremely aggressive like here, it is way too dangerous. Now, I love riding the 50s, and I would keep a 50. But the only reason to buy a 50 over a 150 is the licensing. Get motorcycle-like acceleration off the line. You don't have to like hold people up. And it also doesn't decrease so much the speed going up on hills. So it's always like way better having just some passing speed. So much nicer having something that turns like this. The small wheels on a scooter are great. They're fun because they are so quickly, they're a quick turning. But having this sort of stability, especially with bad suspension of a scooter, having larger wheels really helps you out. Really good acceleration. I mean, I'm keeping up with cars. Look at this, full blast downhill. I'm already at close to 60. So here's the PCX. Liquid cooled automatic transmission. This one has seen better days, but this is the standard 2013 Honda PCX. The beauty of this is that you have two large wheels. There are 14s. Those are very large wheels. The bike is really simple and it's fairly easy to work on. Once you get the plastic off, and there's only a few screws, so you can just pop the rivets off. It's not that much. And another beauty that I wanted was the handlebars. Most scooters from Europe, like the SH150, Elite 110, they have everything covered up, and that looks very streamlined and kind of nice, but not very practical. So Honda decided to put the handlebars on this, and the reason I like that is that you can change out the handlebars. I'm going to be putting my Pro tapers on, and also you have a way of attaching a GPS or phone mount. There's a lot more flexibility with this. The speed cluster is very easy to read. It's got the usual controls. Plastic in the back looks pretty good. The guy bought it brand new, and at a certain point he hit a car and it broke the headlight. And I thought, like, from the photos it said front plastic broken, and it was just this top plastic. I got down there and I had a hole here, this is also the area that mounts the headlights. That's why it broke. Luckily this one didn't break, and you see like the clips are off, so I'm still working on it. Also, there's this thing here, I don't know what it is. If you guys know, post up in the comments. There's a light on that it always blinks, and this part faces down. Maybe it's like it shuts off the bike, or maybe it's like an anti-theft device. I don't know. If you guys haven't seen this, it's got an anti-theft device here. You put the back of your key here and you twist it, believe it's like this, and it puts that plate on the ignition, so you can't really put anything there. That's a nice touch. A lot of scooters have that. And here's another awesome thing. You put it in the off position, then you put it in the opener position, and you have two buttons. Fuel right there, then you have the seat that opens, and you do have storage. Pretty interesting. So this part, that's where the battery is, very easy to access. And here you have your coolant reservoir, way better than the SH150, way better. Just having this storage here, the battery easy to access, so much better. The seat is not that comfortable, but it does look good. It's nice and sporty. And also, because you don't have to use the key to remove it and then unlock it, you're not going to be putting the key inside here and locking your seat and losing the key. And this is the air filter. Pretty standard stuff. The air filter, I believe, is the same as the SH150. It looks almost exactly the same. Here is the passenger foot pegs, and you do have a little bit of a rest thing here. That's the transmission. You see the shocks, they're just rusted out. You know, for these bikes, you can order stuff from AliExpress, and it's not that expensive. Don't know what this compartment is, but I'm sure it's just probably an idle adjuster. I haven't really dug through here. The bike needs a good clean. It moves really well for a 150. This is a little storage compartment. It's not lockable, and you have a parking brake here. So you just kind of pull it and hold your brake like that, and it's locked. Usually a lot of these bikes have something on the lever, and then to release it, I guess you push in and out, and that's it. Let me show you what happens when you turn on the ignition. It's a really nice light. It actually doesn't even seem like it's scooter level. It's very elegant looking, very easy to read. And the bike is quiet. Some people put exhaust on it. I don't see the point of putting an aftermarket exhaust on a scooter, but that's just me. I think if you're getting a scooter, you definitely need to look at this PCX, because it gives you everything that a scooter gives you. You can keep up with traffic. It gets 80 miles to the gallon. It's relatively inexpensive, even though they've gotten expensive. I believe this is the same engine in the ADV 150, and you know, the ADV 160 is just a bump up in displacement, but it looks great. It's a good looking scooter, sporty. The weight is low and down low as well, and it's easy to maintain. It's not, and it's got grab rails here, so everything is like very streamlined. And I like the small scooter aspect of riding, as opposed to like getting something really large. Always have a scooter in your garage. And it's quiet as well, so you're not going to be waking people up, and it doesn't draw a lot of attention. So easy to ride. Okay, here's rear brake. Oh, it doesn't even lock up. That's kind of amazing. It doesn't lock up. I bet this has got link braking. Let's see. Oh yeah, it slides just a little bit. That is really interesting. Could this little PCX be the best scooter ever? Jesus Christ. This thing is almost perfect. Get carried away with weight. You know, I love the T-Max. It's got a low center of gravity. It feels lighter than it is, but it's like a 600-pound bike. It's like 530 or something crazy. This, I don't even know what weight it is because it feels like it's 100-something pounds. You can just ride this thing anywhere. Like, imagine you go out on the neighborhood and then you hop on the sidewalk. Nobody really cares. If you've ridden a sport bike through one of these neighborhoods and there's like some Karen off to the side and she gives you like a dirty look, well, on a scooter you just don't get dirty looks. Scooters are kind of like the puppies of motorcycles. 65, and I felt the rev limiter kick in. The one thing I can't stand is Honda changing the horn with the signal position. 50, so in a pinch, if you want to get on the highway for a short amount of time, it's completely doable. 60 miles an hour. I did Uber Eats on the CRF almost all of December 25th, and I got the worst tips I've ever gotten. Look, I'm not really part of the whole tipping culture, I get it, but freaking Christ, it surprised me how this area is just full of Grinches. I got so many $1 tips and so many no tips. Kids, I hope you enjoyed this ride on the PCX. I'll be doing more videos on this bike in the future, so if you enjoyed this content and you found it educational, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.